Hello, welcome to the world of guitar. That song was entitled All the Things You Are, a jazz standard written by the great Jerome Kern. Played the world over by many, many jazz greats and probably will be continued to be played. I'd like to thank this all-star band with me. I have the great Tyrone Brown, international bass player. Thank you, Tyrone. Bill Neal, former guitar player for The Gong Show, former guest, and Mitch Philippe. Today's show features Tyrone Brown, who is next to me and was kind enough to open the show with me. Tyrone is an international bass player, has played with the Max Roach Quartet. He has played with Grover Washington Jr. He has played with Pat Martino, Odine Pope, Billy Paul, Lou Rawls. The list goes on and on and on. To date, he has 60 CDs out. And he was kind enough to come on the show in between tours whenever he's not on the road. Currently, he's with the Pat Martino Band, and it's an honor, as I said. And this show will also feature Gloria Galante, whom is working with Tyrone Brown currently. She is a harpist, and it's a very, very interesting duo, as you'll hear later in the show. So stay tuned, and we'll be back. Thank you. 2, 1.
I'll be home for Christmas.
Time Life has something brand new this Christmas. It's The Spirit of Christmas, a new album filled with 50 songs by your favorite stars, like Kenny Rogers,
Just hear those sleigh bells jingling, ring, ting, tingling too.
Johnny Mathis,
Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you.
Frosty the snowman
and Willie Nelson.
was a jolly happy soul.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer.
It's the perfect way to get the spirit of Christmas in your home.
Do you hear what I
50 all-time favorite Christmas songs in one fresh new collection. The Spirit of Christmas, exclusively from Time Life.
It's the most wonderful time.
You'll get over 2 hours of classic Christmas songs.
I'll have a blue Christmas without you. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. We three kings
With timeless favorites by stars like Neil Diamond,
bearing gifts we traverse afar.
It's the little Saint
the Beach Boys,
A beautiful shot. We're happy tonight.
Aretha Franklin,
Walking
and of course, Nat King Cole.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
Get the Spirit of Christmas right now on 2 double-length cassettes for $19.99 or 2 compact discs for only $26.99. Here's how to order.
To order The Spirit of Christmas, call 1-800-451-3900 or send $19.99 for 2 cassettes or $26.99 for 2 compact discs plus $4 shipping and handling to The Spirit of Christmas, P.O. Box 910, Department 11, Gardnerville, Nevada, 89410.
Welcome back to the world of guitar. We're here with Tyrone Brown and Gloria Galante. What would you like to play, Tyrone?
The first piece we'd like to do is an original titled To Meet Again.
Okay, all yours. It's very, very, very beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
This is a combination I typically don't come across or see. How did the two of you come together to be as a duo?
Several years ago, I got a call from a record producer on Christmas Day.
Oh, boy.
And he said the Christmas present was the offer of a recording contract. But he said he didn't hear me in a traditional situation with bass and piano and drums and so forth, and he thought something unique would be nice. And ironically, Gloria and I had just met, and I had her in mind for a project with bass and harp. I thought it was unique, and I mentioned it to him. He said, "Great idea, you're definitely scheduled to do it." And so we got together and rehearsed, and there were several pieces we thought would be a little lively, a little richer if we added percussion. So we added percussion. Duke Wilson played conga drums and timbales and bongos. Okay. And so we had been rehearsing for this recording session for several months, right? And then I got this fatal call that the deal had fell through.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. The offer to him had fallen through, so therefore, we got caught negatively in the shuffle there. Mm-hmm. And so it was very disappointing because I was really looking forward to that. But Gloria and I decided to stay together as a group and continue to develop that concept. Mm-hmm. And we ended up adding another drummer and a vocalist, Jim Miller and Rosella Clemens.
Sure,
and we formed the group Kasungala, and we ended up doing a CD.
Oh,
yeah.
Great.
But there was so much material for the bass and harp, and then eventually Tyrone and harp, that Gloria and I decided to branch off and do some things too as a duet.
Okay. Are you both writing as a collaboration or separately? Who's doing the writing for this?
Both. Gloria have contributed some pieces to the repertoire as well.
Okay. Okay. It's very, very pretty, as I said, and very unique.
Oh, thank you.
Let's speak a little bit about you, Tyrone, being an international player, playing with some of the greatest and biggest names in the world. You've worked with Odine Pope, Max Roach, Pat Martino, and the list goes on and on. You know better than I.
Yeah, Grover Washington
Grover
Jr.
Washington Jr.
And Lou Rawls.
Right, Lou Rawls. You've been on 60 CDs
60
to date.
CDs, so, yeah.
That's very impressive. How long were you with, let's say, Max Roach? How long?
It was 14 years in January.
Oh my gosh.
And approximately 5 with Grover Washington Jr. and 4 with Pat Martino originally. And I just recently rejoined the group about 6-7 months ago.
And you're on their albums as well, or CDs?
Yes.
Right.
I did 6 with Max, no, 5 with Max, 5 with Grover, and 2 of the ones I did with Grover, thank God, went gold. That means that they sold over 500,000 copies each. And I did 3 or 4 with Odine Pope, and some with Bobby Zanko. Bobby Zanko was are you familiar with him?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
He was awarded the Pew Foundation grant, $50,000 as an outstanding composer and player. And I did 2 with him so far, and we have another. We're scheduled to do another one next month.
Great. Okay. Do you find yourself touring with them as well, or just recording?
Actually, I tour and record with all of the artists I just mentioned, yes.
Okay, so you're very busy.
Yes, they're pretty busy.
And they never overlap. It's one or the other.
Occasionally I run into conflicts, but most people understand that since I have more seniority with Max, that they allow me to give priority to that situation.
Sure.
I also tour and record with a really outstanding vocalist named Rochelle Farrell. Familiar with her? She's outstanding too.
Yeah. This bass instrument you're playing is made by Taylor, and you're the endorser for this.
Yes, I endorse for Taylor.
Tell me a little bit about this. This is unique to me. I've never seen an instrument like this.
Actually, when we were recording the Kasungala session at Gloria's husband is a sound engineer, and we were recording at his studio, and a friend of theirs had an instrument for sale. Not this one, but it was a bass guitar. We call it a guitarone.
Okay.
And they asked me if I would be interested, and I had never seen one of those instruments before, and I fell in love with it before I even touched it.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Because I had played electric bass with various groups, Pat Martino mainly, and with Grover. And I just fell in love with the instrument, and I thought
beautiful.
it would be an extension of my bass feel, you know. And I was contacted by Taylor, or I contacted them first, and they knew who I was and asked me if I would be interested in endorsing.
And sitting next to you, it sounds beautiful. It
Oh,
really
thank
sounds
you.
very nice.
Thanks.
Gloria, you're currently touring with Frank Sinatra Jr.
Yes.
Okay, and how long have you been with Frank for?
Since February,
Okay,
actually.
since February. Okay.
We just finished a big program in Atlantic City, which
Okay.
featured Frank Sr.'s famous piano player, 45 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you were prior with Jose Feliciano
Yes.
as well.
Yes.
So you find yourself on the road. Is that a heavy schedule with these performers, up all night practicing?
Well, I think music, you have to be a juggler as well and balance many things. I also am a professor at Westchester University.
Oh, great, okay.
So I balance teaching and traveling just a bit.
Okay, and you play beautifully.
Well, thank you.
And you play other styles as well. You
Yes.
play jazz, and what are the other styles you play on?
Well, I would say traditional South American, traditional Irish, Scottish, Welsh,
Okay.
classical, Latin.
Okay, great. Would the two of you be kind enough to play us up to a commercial break, please?
Sure.
Okay.
Yes.
And what is the name of this?
This is another original piece. I call it Ebony Madonna. It was actually inspired by a black marble statue in Spain of the Holy Mother.
Oh, okay.
And it was actually the first piece I wrote for this combination.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Nothing brings back warm holiday memories like the songs and carols you love. And only Time Life's Treasury of Christmas brings you all your favorite holiday songs in one collection.
Hark the herald angels sing.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
Have a holly jolly Christmas.
You'll get cherished holiday songs like Bing Crosby's White Christmas.
Of a white Christmas.
Time Life's Treasury of Christmas on 2 cassettes, $19.99, or 2 CDs, $26.99. So call now and have yourself a Merry Christmas.
To order, call 1-800-647-4100 or send $19.99 for 2 cassettes or $26.99 for 2 CDs plus $4 shipping and handling to Treasury of Christmas, P.O. Box 910, Department 31, Gardnerville, Nevada.
Welcome back. I'm joined with Tyrone Brown. You're with an old familiar friend, Tyrone.
That's right. I feel much more secure with this instrument.
Do you? Okay, it's about your size as well.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah. Tell me about the other CD that you have coming out.
Oh, actually, it'll be after recording 60 CDs as a sideman with a lot of groups, which I was blessed to be able to do. This will be the first one under my own name, and it's the Tyrone Brown String Sextet featuring John Blake.
Okay.
And you have the names of the other members of the group.
On the CD.
On the CD.
And when will that be released?
January the 20th.
Okay, and people can pick that up where?
Yeah, it should be. Well, it'll be distributed internationally, and places around here, I would say Tower Records and places like that.
Okay, great. I'll look forward to it.
Okay.
Would you please be kind enough to play us out to the credits?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay.
May I say a little bit about this
Sure,
piece?
absolutely.
The title is USQ, which stands for the Uptown String Quartet, and it's dedicated to them. It's an all-female group of string players that used to travel with the Max Roach double quartet. And there were segments in some of our arrangements where we would play together, and we developed a certain type of chemistry, so I dedicated this piece to them. But the other reason for the inspiration, another part of the inspiration, was that I got a call to do a solo concert at the 25th anniversary of the Moorish Germany Jazz Festival. And the first came, and they told me 7,000 people would be in attendance. And the first thing came to mind is I wanted to do something other than the traditional approach of playing a melody and then taking a solo. So I thought, how do you sustain interest of 7,000 people on a solo bass? So I, not that other people can't do it, you know, playing melody and improvising, but I wanted to do something unique and something that was really challenging. So I wrote a collection of pieces where I had a rhythm pattern going on, or melodic pattern, and when I would still also play a melody and improvise over top of the pattern.
Okay.
And the piece is titled USQ. This is one of the pieces from that collection.
Okay. And by the way, thank you for coming on.
Oh, thank you for asking.
It's been a great honor.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you again for joining us on the World of Guitar.
$99?
$99?